Hi everyone, this is Salman and you're watching ngntech YouTube channel. In this video you will learn how to install Solarwind NMS and NTA Network Traffic Analyzer. So it's a very new release for the Solarwind. There is a lot of problems, so I will show you how to complete diagnosis and installations of in production environment. So click on our uh, dedicated Orion server, Windows Server 2019, where we install SolarWind 12.19.4. Right, so let's start. Before we start, first I will just change my system name, and I will set the system name called SolarWind. And now at the bootable CD of the SQL Server, now click on Setup. So it's a SQL Server 2019. So we will create and complete installations. Right. So click on installation and the new SQL Server standalone. If you have running already SQL Server in your production environment, then you have to communication. Like communicate with each other through the LAN. You have to the Orion database save from your remote side, but sure, make sure your database and the Orion platform running on the same network, not a public or something like that. And also both chain it's a dedicated link. So click on new SQL Server add-on installation. So click and it takes some time. All right, so click next and accept the license agreement. Right, and I will just check the prerequisites. All is in. We're checking the prerequisite install the Windows Server 2019. So here's the error of the Windows firewall. So let me turn off the firewall. Mm, but it's not a modern, but you have to just check the errors. It's moved, and I will just turn off the firewall and rescan it. And now here's the fine. Right. So here is the KP databasing. So I will just click on the select all, and here's just I will uncheck something like that. The Python and Java I don't want, and here is also Python and Java, and that's fine. All right, so click next. All right, so here is the default instance, and click next. I want to change it, you have to change, but I'm using the default. So use the SQL standalone policy base. Yes, I will do it. Next, some informations about the SQL's agent and prerequisites. Next, right here is the default. The Windows authentication mode or the mix mode. You have to SQL Server authentication mode. So I will suggest you can use both, but I am recommended you can use mix mode. You have Windows operating system is different, and I mean the authentication that user login, and I will just set the password and add here. Now click next. Add the current user, click next. There is the sales SSL certificate by default, click next. And the Solarwind, and there is the GUI interface of the SQL database, click next. Add the current user, where to deploy the control services, next. And click next. Now your SQL 2019 server is installation start. So is the packages 8 and everything you have to check, and click next. Now your SQL Server finalizes SQL Microsoft SQL Server 2019 is installation start. So I will stop the video and back when the installation is complete. Okay, let me check. Alright, so our SQL Server 2019 installation almost complete, 98%. So just stop the video and back when the finalized installation is complete. Alright, so friends, I think installation is complete. Yeah, okay, fine. Our SQL Server 2019 installed successfully. Now time to install the management SQL Server management tool, where to manage the database or cPanel. So I just click and download the management tool. So click on start and download finish, and then I'll install the SQL Server management tool. Alright, so our management tool is downloaded. Now click on it and install the SQL Server management tool. Management Studio at 18. Click install, and there's a little bit time to complete the installation. So Management Studio is installation. Maybe stop the video when the installation is complete, then resume the video. Alright, so our Management Studio is installed. Need to restart required, so let me restart the system and back. Resume when the machine is back. Alright, so I think our machine is back. Let me connect the machine of the Solarwind. Alright, so it's now back. Now at the Management Studio, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. That is the first login. The Management Studio. You can also install the Management Studio from the other machine. You can uh, check the database server or something like that. You have to install it any machine like that. Basically, SQL Server Management Studio is the console where you can connect the database server and create a database, manage, export logs, it and everything. So, so Solarwind, talking about the databases of the Solarwind. Solarwind is recommended you have to install the SQL database on the dedicated server and the Orion platform install on the different server and the communication with each other through the IP, TCP IP. Alright, so click enter the username and password of the database engine. Alright, so our first login, and now we check the database is working. Create a new database called test. Fine, our database is, so the test database is created. Now we'll delete it. Now time to install this big guy. It's called Solarwind Orion NPM 19.4. Click on it. It takes some time to extract the packages files. I'm using a very powerful machine. Minimum requirement of the installation to Orion platform is 25 gig RAM, and I'm using Intel Xeon CPU. IBM machine is very powerful. Where I install uh, this Solarwind. So it's the prerequisite to install the Net Framework 4.8, 4.7, the both you need to SQL database. But in Server 2019 standard 12.4.8 already installed. So let me check prerequisites to installation, extracting the files. Solarwind installer. Alright, so is the little bit time to install the frameworks. Uh, yeah, the Net Framework 4.8 is installing, so I will stop the video when the 4.8 installation is complete, and then restart the system and then resume the installations Orion 19.4. So stay with me, and then please subscribe my channel. You learn a lot of things about. I will share you, and next video we will demonstrating you how to install the PRTG in your production environment. So also the second number of the network monitoring technology, and the SolarWind is number one because a lot of companies, different companies using the SolarWind. It's very uh, the deep and I the logs generates everything. But PRTG also good. PRTG is a very easy to installation. No need to SQL database separate. They are just application-based software. You don't need any kind of any kind of the dedicated server. You can install anywhere like the Windows 10 or Windows any operating system. So I will stop the video when the Microsoft Net Framework version 4.8 is complete. Then I will restart the system and back the restart machine, and then I will serve up the SolarWind NTA Network Traffic Analyzer. So I will stop the video. Alright, so networking web 4.8 is installation is complete. Need to restart the system, and when the system is back, then resume the video. Alright, so system is restart, and now our Orion platform is ready for installation. There is a three mode: lightweight, standard installations, and uh, scalability engine. Lightweight mode is using for the lab purposing in standardized installations for the production environment, and the scalability mode is a very large environment. You have to also add the high availability around about 6 to 10,000 devices you can monitor. It's a very large environment. So in the future we will install also add scalability engine. So stay with me and subscribe my channel. So click on the standard installation. So standard installations basically there is a two thing. You have to install the same server, same database, or you can install the dedicated DB. Click next. It takes some time to solve, and here is the Solarwind module, different type of module. So you can see the license and then you will install it. So I will just in this video we will install network analyzer and npm. Click check and wait for it. Take some time. Click next. I'm checking the information. So here is a new features about 19.4 Solarwind. To deep and dive the logs, there's a new add one, so I will add it. Okay, next. So here is checking for the prerequisite be able to the solvent checking for your system is able to install the solvent or not. If you have some problem here, so you can show me. So here is the error message show. The network analyzer is required for my SQL Server 16 or higher. So I'm sure I already installed a microserver 2019. So I'm just open the DB Orion Studio, and so I'm sure I will install the 2019. So choose the process. Click on the choose the process. Continue. Yeah. Okay. And click next. Yeah, accept the license agreement. Click next. And here is the time to check your system prerequisite, each and everything, to able to install the Solarwind or not. So I will stop the video and back when the installation complete. So here is our installation is complete. Click yes. Now here is a very tricky and very uh, uh, like proper way to installation. So click next and run time to install the IIS8 Microsoft IIS8 server. So install the video when the installation server resume. Now our IIS8 installed. Now click the welcome to the configurations of wizard. So click next. And here is the two types, so local database or remote. So if you click the local database, the Orion platform, install the local DB and install the all database in the local machine, and you don't see it. So I already installed the separate the my SQL Server 2019. So I will uncheck and search the So when database were installed, so check the SQL Server path and enter the username and password where we configured the before installation the SQL Server 2019. Click next. So here is the database engine name, Orion. So I will default the database name. Click next. And the password SA and same main root password of the main SQL Server database. Next. All assign IPs. You want to change the port number, but I'm using the default port number 80. Creating the data. So here is all packages for the database. So now here is the NTA flow storage configuration. Same procedure before step we will set the NMS. So here is a NTA network traffic analyzer database. So two different databases are installed in the SQL database. So still no database right now before we to check the SQL database path and enter the username of root password of the SQL Server. Into the password. Click next. So here I will just change the database name for the demo purposing. You also the same name, but I'm just add for the demo purposing change the database name. So I will add the NTA. Click next. New password of this particular database. I want to add the password. It's a password for the particular NTA database root login. Next. Here's this Solarwinds data logs. Click next. How all packages, each and every database is prerequisites the Orion platform. It's very powerful. So now our installation is start. It's processed around about 1.5 hours to complete the installations of the Orion platform. So alright, so well friends, welcome back, and our SolarWind installation is finalized complete, and now I will show you about the database situation. So click on the Management Studio, also log in the SolarWind, the first login. Now here is the Outlook SolarWind by default one node at Windows operating system where to install, and also our NetFlow and DA network analyzer also install the proper installation. No need anything. Complete and proper installations about the network traffic, how many packets send and receive, and the protocol interfaces. So we'll log in also. I will log in the DB and show you what I'm talking about. So during the installation. So here is our database, and here is our different NTA flow. The different database, they're dedicated, and the Sorian or Solarwind Orion is completely database. There is two database. So here is the proper installation. You can also back up the database, and you can shift and transfer this module to other server or something like that. So easily you can back up You have a large environment, so you can easily back up and restore it. So here is our perfect installations. Also, network atlas show you working fine. Yes, network atlas, and also will show you the net path services. So our network atlas also is login. You can uh, set up the maps. I will show you how to make the map in the coming videos. So here is our the net path. Yeah, that is fine. And here is our net path. Solarwind or the ISP router, and here is the telecommunication and also router here. A deep and dive information. So it's the net path for the Google. So here's entered the Google for the Google LLC, and here is the server where we are trying to reach the google.com, right? So you can check the links, um, one device to another device, the MS rate, 16 ms, 1 ms, 21 ms. So perfect, perfect. Alright, so next video I will show you how to add the proper adding the devices and monitoring, and also a lot of stuff. Actually, I have no time to make the videos a lot because a lot of work, office work, so that's why I didn't have a little bit of free time to installation it and share you. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel. So if you need any information about system network and security, so feel free to contact me on Skype. Skype is djsamal143, and also you can drop down the email salman@ngntech.com. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe. Thanks.